Hi, my name is Madeline Arreguin, and my topic is automotive safety. So, step one, background. So, the first fatal traffic accident occurs in London in 1896. And the World Health Organization, WHO, believes in 2020 traffic accidents will be the third leading cause of death. In 2002, 19,000 individuals were killed in car crashes because they weren't wearing their seatbelt. And the problem of fatal car crashes is a new problem due to the development of the US as a motorized society in the 20th century. So, step two, current situation. The main problem is the unutilization and or improper use of seatbelts. So, the NHTSA's mission statement is save lives, prevent injuries, and reduce economic costs due to road traffic crashes through education, research, safety standards, and enforcement activity. So, some strengths from this corporation is expert staff and multiple years of data. Some weaknesses is that few agencies are seeking grant funding, and also that there's high costs for system upgrades. And opportunities are growing technical assistance and useful existing standards and guidelines. Some threats are the stop of funding, and well as the personal freedom debate, which is basically when people believe that they have the right to not wear their seatbelt and so chose not to. So, step three, prioritize core issues. So, the first issue is legislation involving citations from and it's different for separate states. So, of 49 states, 21 can only be stopped by police if another citation other than not wearing your seatbelt is broken. Otherwise, they can't be stopped. And then the personal freedom debate we talked previously about. And then another issue is people are so distracted with their busy lives that they forget to even put on their seatbelt. So this is forgetfulness. And then the uneducated in installment of children safety seats. Some parents do not know how to properly install a safety seat, so it could be fatal to the children. So, step four, analyze alternatives. So, the case solution was that in 1955, the California Vehicle Code was amended to require state approval of seatbelts. The Niels Bohlins design for the seatbelt was also really helpful because it's a perfect design for collisions. And then the new technology of seat belt reminder systems in cars is also excellent because it kind of fixes the forgetfulness problem. And the theory of planned behavior actually corresponds to seatbelt wearing. There are many components. For one, an individual must have an attitude toward wearing a seatbelt. This could be positive or negative. Then the construct of your subjective norm will also influence whether or not you wear your seatbelt. So this is what other people are doing around you. Next, we have a perceived behavioral control, which is what a person already what person believes it is hard or easy to do, so they kind of form an opinion. So all of these will eventually lead to a certain behavior. If one of these constructs are unfavorable, then you are less likely to do the action. So alternative solutions are to have public transportation or use it more often, which is much safer to ride rather than in your own car. And then we can also, another alternative is that we could tax people on gas and mileage, which will decrease the amount of people on the road, therefore likely to be in a collision. So, step five, recommendations. So, my first recommendation is that we can replicate the campaign like Click It or Ticket It, which was very effective to get people to wear their seatbelt. We can also advocate for more funding of the latch system, which has helped to increase the percentage of safety seats installed correctly, which will help parents, like new parents that don't really know how. So, step six, my action plan. So, NHTSA should be more involved in order to assemble exceptional new inventions through technology. State legislation should also improve in order to better implement the usage of seatbelts. In 2025, everyone will be educated in the importance of seatbelts and the proper safety measures in a vehicle. In 2030, new inventions regarding mobile vehicles will arise, and by 2035, everyone in every state will be cited for not wearing a seatbelt. So, step seven, conclusion. I believe that seatbelts are incredibly useful It is well known that wearing a seatbelt is the most effective when preventing injuries and death. A new approach could be to create a technological system in cars to automatically strap you in as soon as you sit onto the car. So there's no leaving the parking lot before you have your seatbelt on. So, one of the most significant problems is extending the new technology inventions and knowledge to developing countries. And that is the end of my presentation. And here are my references in APA format.